The Postal Service was an American indie pop supergroup from Seattle, Washington, consisting of singer Ben Gibbard, producer Jimmy Tamborello, and Jenny Lewis on background vocals. The band released their debut album, Give Up, in 2003 on Sub Pop Records, to mostly positive reviews. The album reached number 114 on the U.S. Billboard 200 album chart, and received platinum certification from the Recording Industry Association of America. The Postal Service remained largely inactive from 2005 until 2013, when they reunited for a tour and released a reissue of Give Up to celebrate its 10th anniversary. Laura Burhan joined the lineup throughout the tour to provide additional vocals and instruments, with Jen Wood and Jenny Lewis filling in for a few shows. 2-3. On August 3, 2013, Gibbard announced that the band would disband permanently after the last show of their reunion tour. The group formed after Ben Gibbard contributed vocals for a song by Jimmy Tamborello called, This Is, the Dream of Evan and Chan, from the Dintal album Life is Full of Possibilities. The song sparked an EP of remixes of other artists, such as Lolly Puna, The Flaming Lips, Safety Scissors, Barbara Morgenstern, and Superpitcher, and was so well received that the two artists decided to further collaborate. The third member of the band, Jenny Lewis, recorded vocals for several tracks before eventually becoming a full-fledged member of the band, sharing vocals and instrumentation in their live shows. The band's name was chosen due to the way in which it produced its songs. Due to conflicting schedules, Tamborello wrote and performed instrumental tracks and then sent the DATs to Gibbard through the United States Postal Service, who then edited the song as he saw fit, adding his vocals along the way, and sent them back to Tamborello. The band's debut album, Give Up, was released on February 18, 2003, on Sub Pop Records. Several songs on the album feature guest vocals from Lewis, as well as vocals from indie rock musician Jen Wood. Tamborello and Gibbard's Death Cab for Cutie bandmate Chris Walla produced the album Citation Needed, with Walla also playing the guitar and piano on several tracks. Although both Gibbard and Tamborello's main projects were still active at the time, the Postal Service supported the album with a successful concert tour, and stated its intention to tour again in the future. Give Up received gold certification by the Recording Industry Association of America in March 2005, and later receiving platinum certification in October 2012. The album was Sub Pop's most successful release after Nirvana's debut album, Bleach. 4. The album produced 3 singles, the most well-known single being Such Great Heights, which was released as Give Up's lead single. The song featured in advertisements for UPS, Kaiser Permanente, and M&M's, as well as being the first theme song for ABC's Grey's Anatomy in 2005. A cover of the song by Iron and Wine was featured on the soundtrack for the 2004 film Garden State. It was also later covered by Amanda Palmer, Ben Folds, The Scene Aesthetic, Brack Cantrell, Streetlight Manifesto, Confide, Gareth Pearson, Joy Kills Sorrow, and Postmodern Jukebox. Confide would later release a music video for their cover of Such Great Heights. The second single, The District Sleeps Alone Tonight, was featured in the soundtrack of the 2004 film DEBS and later covered by British singer-songwriter Frank Turner. The third and final single, We Will Become Silhouettes, was covered by The Shins, and the original version was featured in the trailer for the movie Funny People. On June 22, 2007, it was revealed that the Postal Service had begun work on a new album, though the specifics of the production and the release date were vague. Gibbard stated, We're slowly starting. We're crawling right now, and whether that crawl turns into a walk remains to be seen. But we'll know more towards the end of the year. I've just been touring so much and trying to find time to make it happen and make our schedules line up. Tamborello added, We're talking about wanting to finish an album by sometime next year, because we have to work with Death Cab's schedule and stuff. I definitely want to do another one. 5. On February 29, 2008, Spinner released an article stating that the Postal Service may not release a new album. Ben Gibbard stated, Jimmy and I are still throwing ideas back and forth, but as time goes on, we find ourselves busy with our own music. We have some stuff, but it's been difficult to find the time and then the drive to do the record. I'd love to finish it at some point and maybe even do some performances. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. 6. In May 2008, Gibbard stated that he and Tamborello were unlikely to release another album before the end of the decade. 7. In a December 2008 interview with Rolling Stone, Gibbard laughed off suggestions that the Postal Service's long overdue follow-up to their 2003 hit Give Up would be an indie version of the Guns N' Roses album Chinese Democracy, which took 15 years to produce and release. Gibbard said that both he and Tamborello do not see it as a priority in light of their main projects, Death Cab for Cutie and Dintle, respectively. He said, "The anticipation of the second record has been a far bigger deal for everybody except the two of us. I don't know about it being the indie rock Chinese Democracy, but now that Chinese Democracy has come out, I guess it just becomes the second Postal Service record that will never come out. There never really was a plan to do a second album. We work from time to time together, but we have other things that take up all of our time.